Testing. Okay, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Just making sure the mic wasn't working for a second. I'm still on BRB. Alright, let's get this turned down just a little bit. There we go. Make sure I'm not louder, or the music's not louder than me. And it'll also help if I put it on. Yeah, there we go. Alright. What's up, everyone? Back again. Some more art. Whoa. Oof. Today I was kind of inspired to do more art pieces inspired by my Sonic fan game or fan whatever project idea I've had for a while. I'll show this off real quick. Very nice. I plan on working on your commission too. I'm just kind of doing some warm-ups right now. I'm gonna show off. So, just gonna show off the basic premise is that the Chaos Rings from Knuckles Chaotix, they turns out have special properties they can grant each, person that uses them. But the rings themselves have to choose you, like, as a guardian, or the guardian has to, basically give you their blessing to use the ring's power. That might be like, oh, how did that not, come up in Knuckles Chaotix, this, that, and the other? Well, Eggman was trying to steal the rings and abuse their power without any kind of bestowment being put upon him. So they locked all that power up. That and I also realized that there was only 6 instead of 7 in the original game. So that's also the other explanation of why they weren't working properly, because they weren't all together. Maybe. I'm still working on the details, but either way, the Chaos Rings have more usage and lore relevance into the world. And Tiara here is the main guardian behind the rings. She can use all their properties. And then the story starts out here when she loses some of the rings and Sonic gets chosen to be the Warp Rings guardian, and she's forced to work with him so she can get all the rings back in one place again. Just having a little fun with some fanfic, that's all. been having a pretty decent day so far, I'd say. Pretty low key. Just had my coffee, and honestly, I did this instead of doing my HTML work that I should have been doing. But you know how the brain is. When you have a hyperfixation, you kind of just, you gotta let it out, man. Yeah, it seems like the Cybertrack has really worked its way into like my playlist. I can't say I can complain. It's a good track. Do 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 do. Sorry, I'm responding someone real quick. Do 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 do. There we go. It's Act 2 and 3. Sunset Hill Zone. I'll keep that in mind. Not too familiar with Sonic Advance, to be honest. I didn't have a handheld growing up, really. I didn't really get a handheld console until I got a 3DS in 2015. And I mostly used that thing to play Mega Man, and then let my partner play Zelda on it. Oh, that's cool. I mean, fun fact, if you've never noticed this until right now, Dreams of an Absolution actually, low-key, is a Green Hill remix. Do 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 do. See? Like, you can't even tell if that's Green Hill or if that's Dreams of an Absolution. Yeah, exactly. And that's the funny thing, is that even though that sounded more like Green Hill, I was humming along to Dreams of an Absolution. So that just that honestly strengthens my point just a little bit more there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's ever come out and like said it officially, like, oh yeah, this is a reference to you know, Green Hill specifically, but it's just what I hear when I hear the song. And it would make sense because 06 was meant to be Sonic's 15th anniversary game. So referencing, like, you know, the original game and like one of the main characters' songs kind of just makes it make sense. I don't know, like a full circle kind of way. Oh, hey, what's up, Brodo? hands. These hands. These hands, the chili dogs are safe. I know, I need a... You know what? I think I'm just... I mean, that works. Yep. Oh yeah, now that I'm like, you know, streaming and totally can't go anywhere, the sun comes out when I wanted to go into the pool. Probably gonna be too cold for the next like couple days to go in the pool anyway. Oh, Ace, don't complain. You live in the tropics. Alright, doesn't mean it should be allowed to be 60 degrees, alright? I am a lizard person. I need heat. I need sunlight. I need radiation for my skin. I don't like it when it's cold. It really is, especially where I'm from. Like, I kid you not, it really is like the memes where it's like, oh yeah, like 5 minutes, you know, go by, and it'll go from being, like, the worst thunderstorm you've ever seen or heard in your life, and to like, the sun is out, and you could go to the beach and pretend like that never happened. And it's just because it's really flat, down here. Like, you can't really... Like, I experienced it when I went to the mountains and stuff for the first time. Like, you can see the storms coming, like from a distance. And yeah, it's just really trippy, honestly. Think about it, like just standing on a mountain, I'm like, oh shoot, it's gonna rain over there. Like you don't get any frame of reference for that. It's like the sky is just gonna look kind of dark, the wind's gonna blow, and if your nose works, you can smell it before it rains. I don't even trust what the weatherman says. Weatherman's always wrong. Indie Newgrounds Flash Games era. Yeah, what's up? That's what I'm talking about. No, I had a lot of fun doing the Nazo Unleashed stream because that was a fun revisit to a big part of my childhood. And yeah, it was really cool to see the new act out. Because I didn't get to see it when it came out a year ago. I was busy doing other things, so that was just a really fun stream. I wouldn't mind doing stuff like that, more. If there's more Sonic Flash animations, or even like, the old school RPG like Flash games like Final Fantasy Sonic. If people want to see stuff like that, I'm so down to like play it on stream. Yeah, AI art's pretty lazy. Which sucks because, like, especially early on, like, I thought there was aspects of, like, a lot of the new AI stuff coming out that was very interesting and intriguing. Especially from the perspective of someone that likes series like Mega Man, or even, like Sonic, where, like, robots can push past their limitations and be a little bit more human. But unfortunately, like with the way these things are being produced, it's like it doesn't understand like what it's doing is wrong, and it almost makes me feel bad for the AI in a way, because like it's just kind of doing what it's told. It doesn't realize that it's like stealing, work and jobs from people. So the people that use AI at the end of the day are really like the big problems because they're using it in all the wrong ways by like finding shortcuts and the ability to I don't know, add laziness into their life. It's just sad, man. Like at the end of the day, like I, get more enjoyment out of creating art from my own hands than making something make something for me. Exactly. Or like even when it comes to AI music, like I kind of see it as just like the next step, of Vocaloids in a way. Like they've already made some Vocaloid modulator voices that sound more human. And like at the end of the day, I feel like as long as like there is a human aspect to it, like someone is going back in and making it sound good, it's mostly fine. But I don't know. I still also prefer like the older Vocaloid voices that sounded a little bit more inhuman and robotic because um, there's art there, to be had like in that roboticism. Um, yeah, exactly, Proto. I totally feel you on that. Like it's on one hand like it really isn't too different from Vocaloids, and I feel like if you're using the AI music to like already make a fictional, pop star sound better, that's kind of like whatever. I think the problem is more or less like when you're taking someone else's voice or even your own voice and kind of just like faking it in a sense. I don't know. It's a little different when it's like a fictional character versus when it's like a real person or you're posing as a real person. You know what I mean? Damn boy, your feet are big as fuck. Let me fix that real quick. I definitely like I want to have the opinion that all AI is bad, but I also want to be more of an open-minded person when it comes to some of it. I just feel like it's all being used wrong. Is the you know the opinion I have at the end of the day. I feel like it could be used right, but no one wants to do that because they see all the ways that it can be exploited instead. Yeah, generative AI is just really like it's just brain rot. It's more brain rot people don't need. Oh, Proto's ready. Hang on. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah. because, like, you know, at the end of the day, it always goes back to, I feel really bad. I forget who originally made this quote, but it is really powerful because, like, a weapon itself, or an object and concept itself, is never inherently evil. Evil just comes from the malice that actual conscious living creatures apply to them and perpetuate, you know? Like, a hammer at the end of the day is just a hammer. It's just sitting there doing nothing. It only becomes, you know, a negative, a weapon, when someone starts using it for the wrong reasons. Oh yeah, thanks man, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm really inspired by like the Y2K style of like a lot of cartoons and anime that I grew up with, and yeah, it also includes a lot of like indie stuff from Newgrounds. The music, the music stopped. Oh, there we go. Oh man, I grew up on Fruitiker Arrow. Like, I had the little, like, everyone remembers the bathroom, like, night lights with like the fish in them, like the angelfish and clownfish, the little aquariums. I had a Windows XP growing up, which just like it's like the most Fruitiker Arrow thing ever, honestly. Like, that computer in of itself. Still my favorite Windows operating model to this very day. I really wish there was a way I could have like a Windows XP all over again. Even to the point where I went out of my way to save my old hard drive from my original, what's it called? My original computer, my original Windows XP computer. And when I did that, I actually was able to recover the oldest version of Windows Movie Maker. So I have that on my computer, and I can still use the Windows XP Movie Maker if I wanted to. Yeah, I don't know, just like it wasn't like everything was like perfect in the 2000s, but there was just like this era that people were going through where the world was going through a lot of scary changes, and there was hope at one point that like the technology was going to bring peace into the future, but it really seems like it's just kind of done a little bit of the opposite. But that's also why I still like the Fruitiker era Arrow style, because I think it still gives off that vibe of, hope and the idea that nature will persevere along with technology, no matter what. Oh yeah, the soap bottles! You can call in, by the way, anytime you're ready, Proto. Oh, okie dokie. There we go. I've started.
I'm here now.
There you are. What's up?
Not much. Just been just most just resting really, because it's as I'm like recovering from the virus. Doesn't seem too bad though.
No, that's good. I'm happy that you just got through it really quick this time.
Yeah, whatever I got this time is way weaker than anything that I've had like last year.
There we go.
I do tend to get sick a lot. Unfortunately, that is just kind of like a given, I guess. Oh, yeah, you know what's another like style that I don't really hear much people talk about?
What's up?
Herbling.
Herbling.
It's like it's like Fruiter Arrow's grungy brother.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Shadow the Hedgehog has it.
Yes.
Like the game.
Yes, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, I actually associate that
Newgrounds
style.
kind of had that in the 2000s, like a little bit.
Yeah,
like Newgrounds has like a little bit.
I was gonna say I like associate that style with like older sibling core, but I do know what you're talking about. I think that's also just like a very specifically
Like a lot of orange and black.
Yeah, older sibling core. My sister, she liked 3 colors: orange, black, and green. No exceptions.
Blue and yellow used to be my favorite colors. Actually, think it was yellow then blue, and now it's red.
My favorite
So
colors.
I gone through all the primary colors.
Yeah, they've been all over the place. When I was like a little kid, and this is like, I think it's just normal for a lot of little girls. Like, it was pink. I liked really various different shades of pink. And my second favorite colors were like a very light, like sky blue. I liked pink. Weirdly enough, the trans flag. Those were my favorite colors when I was a kid.
To be fair, the trans flag is a very nice. It has very nice colors.
It really does. It's a great palette, you know. Um, but yeah, that being said, it just kind of evolved at some point. Like I got a little older and I started to like more sunsetty colors, so it turned into like pink and orange and like yellows. And then I went to the complete opposite spectrum when I full on went into my goth phase where I was just kind of more favored into like cool colors. So like blue, black, and purple pretty much became my favorite trio of colors.
And you can kind of see that reflected in Ariana.
Oh yeah. That's about when like that shift happened, you can tell.
Welcome back, Zaki.
Hey, yep, welcome back. And nowadays, actually, I'd say blue is probably still like my favorite color consistently. I just like all different shades of blue. And second favorite color. It's like a tie between like. It's a tie between like this shade of green and then like a nice deep purple like that. Like I'd say those are all my favorite colors right there. With like a little
I'd like
black.
deep purple more if there wasn't so much smoke on the water.
But did you go out to Montreux on the Lake Geneva shoreline?
I had to say, you gave me an opportunity.
I do also think it's funny because I actually, the context behind that song, I don't think a lot of people understand. We all go to Montreux on the Lake Geneva shoreline because in Switzerland they do like their Independence Day out on the Lake Geneva, and they'll have like a bunch of like musicians play basically like all around the lake. It's a huge lake, so like it's like a big deal. They have like all of these like fairs and events and like carnival stuff set up, and then they'll like do this crazy fireworks show over the lake, which is why there's smoke on the water.
Look, whatever you do, just don't play it in a guitar store. You might get banned for life.
Really?
That's fine.
That's funny. I've just... Deep Purple isn't like a great band or anything, but I've always enjoyed the context behind that song because like not a lot of people actually know like what smoke on the water means. It means that they were partying like crazy animals in Switzerland.
And it does sound like a fun zone.
Yeah.
It's fun to look. I'm like looking at my older stuff, and yeah, I don't use like a lot of blue in my my colors back then. Even though I deleted a lot of my early stuff, like you can still like, see like prevalence of blue when I actually use color.
You do like using a lot of greens and purples. That actually makes a lot of sense for you, Zaki.
Also, I haven't really gone out of like using like plenty of blue because I mean I do have a mascot character who's like predominantly blue, so that hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you look at my webcomic, which, by the way, if you don't know, exists, it's called Coda's World. It's on my DeviantArt page right now, and if you do like Y2K, Fruitiker Arrow type vibes, that whole comic is inspired by what people, you know, in the 2000s kind of felt like the future was going to be like, with like an overall like Y2K kind of, you know, vibe. Yeah, if you look at like the main quintet, like you can definitely see all of like my favorite colors kind of influence me there. Storm especially, he's just a little blueberry, and I love to draw him. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna mute real fast, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm back.
All right, everything back? Everything in order?
Yeah. Everything's good. I just had to take that phone call.
It's okay. I was on the phone with my dentist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But, we're just chilling.
You did unmute on the stream, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, no, just making sure. Okay, cool. Okay, making sure. I only say it because, like, I just keep thinking of when I forgot that one time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that happens sometimes. And then there's also just been, like, some of our really old streams, I had a problem with, like, the audio balancing. So sometimes it would just be, like, a one-sided conversation.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
No, thankfully, as the 2020s have gone on, like, there's better resources for streaming and just how to balance your audio in general. I was actually rewatching old video on the channel about the DA clip situation, and like, I was honestly pretty good at making videos like that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can see why a lot of people in the comments were like, "You're really underrated. You should do this more."
Say go for it.
Yeah, especially like if they're not too long, I'd probably be able to manage.
Trying to think of like what else we could talk about while we're doing this. Ow.
Yeah. Things haven't come to mind.
I try to like work a little more on my scripts last night, but I was kind of having art block, writer's block. I mean, I was also having art block as well when I was like trying to work on some art as well.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I just need to like get my rest before I get to like feel good enough to get back into the swing of things. Like, not to mention, I think I mentioned this, but I was like overheating again last night. Took me a while to get comfortable.
Oh no, this is definitely like I need to be drawing other things, but Sonic the Hedgehog permeates my brain.
Sometimes you just gotta.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, I should move that ear. Good doodle page so far.
Yeah, it's so. Also, if it, another thing I can like use an excuse for like why I'm like less talkative, I guess, is I could just say I'm like in a food coma probably, well, because I just did I had like a slice of birthday cake as part of my dessert.
There we go.
Wait a second, was this an Archie? This is an Archie reference the whole time. Are you doing like the Sonic's elemental forms from Archie?
No, it's kind of. I mean, yes and no. It's kind of like my own spin on that. It's based on Tiara and the different rings giving her different abilities. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, in the story I have in mind,
Oh right, because like
the rings pretty much like chooses Sonic to be its guardian, and Tiara's kind of pissed by that, but she has to work with him so she can keep all of the rings together.
yeah, it also kind of reminds you of like how in Secret Rings some of like the rings have like different like elemental properties.
Yeah.
I guess.
Like in my mind, where this story takes place is right after Shao the Hedgehog, so like right before like '06 could even happen, or the Rush games.
Before battle. 'Cause,
And
like I think battle takes place after
Shadow?
Shadow.
I thought battle took place before.
Uh,
Thought it
Shadow
was like
like
a
got over his
post.
amnesia. Like over his amnesia in battle. I think they had to like retcon that.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure that
He's
was a
like like
continuity error.
communication.
Yeah, like I've heard. I think Clement talked about before. That was like a continuity error where like um they were gonna write Shadow in like having his memory kind of back in Shadow the Hedgehog, but they kind of went in a more angsty route. So that's why it's sort
Hold
of.
on. Well, I gotta take this.
Oh no, you're okay, dude. Um, I just finished my thought. That's why it's sort of inconsistent though between Shadow the Hedgehog and Battle. I'm pretty sure Battle's supposed to be like the precursor to Shadow the Hedgehog. Because otherwise, there's certain events in that game that wouldn't make sense if it was a prequel.
Sorry, I gotta take care of something real quick. I'll be back in like 5 minutes or so.
Oh, you're good. Take your time, dude. There we go. Took me a minute to find this reference I needed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Sonic Battle takes place like between Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog because certain events wouldn't make sense otherwise. Like if it took place after Shadow the Hedgehog, then like it doesn't make sense why a lot of the things that happened in Shadow weren't like brought up, and it's a whole thing. I don't think that those games take place after Shadow. so locked in. You'd think I'd know what type of blue fucking Sonic is, of all people, at this point. There we go. I always feel like he's supposed to be fucking brighter than that, though. Like, am I wrong? Is he not bluer than that? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Crank up the volume and wake up the neighbors. Are you hearing this or what? Is your heart pounding with the beat? Am I getting through to you? Show me what you got. I'm counting on y'all.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Had to go take care of some chore related stuff, but that's all set.
Oh, good. I'm finishing up these doodles.
Making good progress on them though.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Oh, that's gonna be useful.
Oh, what?
Blue Sky just rolled out a new feature. That's useful for streamers.
Oh, that's cool.
It's just live stream on Twitch, but I'm sure it works for YouTube. I hope.
There we go.
Stylish. Yeah, these look good so far.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Cool. I'll upload that later.
Nice.
Close out of this shit here. There we go. I'm gonna open this. And let me check on something. Yeah, I'd feel bad to cut the stream short, but I did skip out a little bit earlier on doing my HTML homework, and I'm kind of just feeling a little antsy, so I think I might just call it cut it short here, and we'll come back later to do the Dark Gaia AU watch along.
No worries there.
Cool. Well, thanks everyone for joining, showing up. We had a pretty nice turnout. I'm really happy with everything, honestly. Yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys here later around 8 o'clock.
Later, chat.
Yeah, a little later we'll do the Dark Gaia watch along. So be there or be heckin' square.